Alright, so the first video I'm going to go through is just to clarify a few things with the warm-up. If there are any exercises that you're not familiar with, one might be Spider-Man's. In this case, we're talking about Spider-Man's, not like when we do abs, right, which is here coming up, which are also high plank obliques. But Spider-Man's for the warm-up, we're starting in a push-up position, walked out, and we're stepping our foot all the way up to the side, trying to keep your foot outside of your hands, and walking forward, dragging the foot, and stepping up. This is a hip flexor exercise, a hip flexor warm-up. Walking it slowly, slowly, bring it up, and stepping outside of your hand. So you want to do these for about 10-15 meters. Make sure you're staying low, you're dragging that back foot, really working range of motion with your hip. The next one is duck walks. If you remember, did this a few times last year. We're staying down, staying low, and we're just walking. Again, this is another groin, hip flexor exercise. You want to try to stay low as you can, all the way through. And mountain climber accelerators. We're getting down in a mountain climber position. We're doing 10 total. So you'd be going, you go 8, 9, 10, and on the 10th, you get right up out into it, into an accelerator, and you're going to go for about 10-15 meters. Just a very active warm-up to really get you moving before you start your circuit. Now for the circuit, the first exercise you might not be familiar with, they're called diamond jumps. So you're essentially going to be standing, and all you're doing is jumping and bringing your feet up underneath you like a diamond. So we've done tuck jumps before, which is here, jumping up and tucking as high as you can. Well, a diamond jump is similar, except instead of bringing your knees out, you're going to bring your feet together. So you'll be here, have your arms starting in the middle, and you'll jump and bring your feet underneath you, right? So you try to do 10 consecutively, as fast as you can go, trying to get height every time. Those are tuck jumps. From there, you go into push-ups, mini cone jumps. So these are the mini cones, hand on the ground, going 20 times over the cone, and then high knees in place. You know what high knees are. So those are the exercises for the circuit. So you do all those consecutively, and you take a 1-minute rest before doing the next one. You're going to do 5 sets of that total. So now we will get into some of the drills. For shot put first, the foot power position footwork drill. So we're really trying to emphasize our footwork out of the power position this year. I don't think there's anybody on our team that really gets a great finish all the way through with their feet in the shot. Almost all of you start this position when you land, and then you finish by driving off the foot instead of working the foot all the way underneath you before you drive and finish. So this is going to be very repetitious. Your right leg's going to get tired as you're doing this. You're going to feel it in your hip, you're going to feel it in your torso. But we're going to do this a whole bunch of times, and the more you can do it now, it's going to be really become ingrained in you as we go through the season. So what we're going to do is everyone who's doing these drills is going to get into a power position, right? So we're here, we're nice and relaxed. Have your arm up like you're holding a shot, right? Just like this, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is you're actually going to start from this position, right? Both feet together, and you're going to step back into a power position, right? You're going to reset, and you're going to step back. Now if you notice when I do this, first of all, there's almost no movement in my left arm, right? My left arm is nice and relaxed, staying out in front of me. It's not tensed, it's not hanging down. It's out in front, but it's nice and relaxed, okay? So we're stepping back into a power position. So you notice how little movement there really is in the upper body. And when I step back, you notice my right foot angles slightly, right about 45 degrees, so you're in a good position at the back, okay? So you're going to do that a few times. Really Feel the lack of movement in the upper body, and just really get into a good, strong power position here. Now you notice I wrote down, if you ever want to test this, all you have to do is raise that back foot, right? Because if you're here and you have to shift your weight, right? If I have to shift my weight and then pick up my foot versus stepping and just being able to lift it, it means you have too much weight on your back leg. So you want to feel all that weight in the front so that you can just lift it up. So it's back, here, and just test it to see. Okay? Now from there, you're going to do that a bunch of times. Do it right-handed and left-handed. If your leg starts getting tired, shake it out, take a second, or just start going to left-hand version just to give it a break, right? So here, and step. Right here, and step. But again, we do these drills both sides because a lot of times when you do it left-handed, you start to get a feel because you don't have as much strength, as much control as you do with the right side. So from there, the progression is going to be into a power position, right? Good power position. But now what I want to see is I want to make sure that you get that back foot, right? So in this case, for right-hand throwers, your right foot turned all the way around so that you're here. See, my right foot's angled about 45 degrees, which is good. My left foot's about the same, all right here. What I want to see now is I want to see that right foot turn all the way. And you see what happens with your shoulders, right? You go from here to here. Now it's going to feel, you're going to feel a little strain on the right side of your torso as you get a little bit of that tension built up, but that's good. Because you want to feel that torque building up, okay? So power position, turn that back foot all the way. Okay, do that a bunch of times. Okay? Now from there, we're going to be in a good power position. And now what I want you to do is I want you to turn your right foot. It's really your right foot and your right knee in. So everything comes in. So now you're going to feel really, really kind of tight, a little bit uncomfortable even, as you start to really feel that tension building up, coiling up on your right side. Okay? So it's here, right foot, or excuse me, left foot, and right foot. And you really want to try to feel that. Okay? So you really feel that tension build up. You see how my shoulders are still back, my arms still relaxed. Okay? So from this position, we're here. All you're going to do is start to turn, start to rotate. Right? And you want to try to get those feet all the way around. You see how my right foot, starting here, starts to really turn, while I'm trying to keep my upper body closed as much as I can. Okay? So you really want to try to get in this position. That right foot's going forward, upper body's still closed. Okay? So that's where we're trying to get to with this. So we're doing this a bunch of times. Feeling that position, feeling the balance. Still want to be on that right leg. Do it left-handed as well so you can feel the balance in the right side and the left side so you're not just working the right side the whole time, except you'll feel a little bit more on the right. And so that's what we're doing. We're doing that a bunch of times, just really ingraining that feeling out of the power position. Okay? Now from there, we go power position to hip extension, right? So now, same thing, right? We're starting in a power position, turn that back foot, and turn the front foot, right? And we're turning